some more proof they're hinting at James Bond. There is a video display or some kind of scope they show at one point, and the outer rim, the bezel of this thing, it resembles the bezel on an Omega Speedmaster wristwatch from around late 1960s, 1970s, something like that. Anyways, Omega was not associated with James Bond until Pierce Brosnan in GoldenEye 1995. There's a strange scene in the TARDIS, and K9, the robot companion, he is covered in what appears to be ticker tape, colored red, blue, and white. And I have no idea what this means either. Is this the colors of some flag of some country? I'm not sure. Okay, so now for some predictions, and this is from this recording in 2020, September. And I've watched this episode, I've looked, they show some weird connections that I can't seem to recall. There's a scene that shows like some kind of egg. It's like a metallic egg, and they showed something like this. This could be a James Bond reference as well, indirectly. And this is how this stuff works. It's hard to make the association sometimes. There was a movie with Kurt Russell in the early 80s, and it was Escape from New York. And this movie also stars Donald Pleasence, who is Blofeld in James Bond. And there's a scene in this movie where his character is as the President of the United States. And he's in this airplane, Air Force One, I assume. And he gets into this like escape pod. And the escape pod is like literally like a round egg or pod or something. And check this out. Okay, but now for some predictions. And these are things that I'm just going to take a guess at. Okay, let's see. Here goes. So the first thing that I'll guess at, and this is at the future of James Bond from 2020. All right. I already mentioned Tom Hiddleston, Henry Cavill. I see some kind of information in here, and I've seen it elsewhere, and it relates to the film producer, writer, director, Christopher Nolan. And I don't know what this means. There's a scene in the beginning of this Horns of the Nimon episode involves a hat. They're talking about a black hole. Think Interstellar and The Prestige. There might be a Batman reference or two in here. But yeah, it looks like Christopher Nolan somehow gets involved with James Bond. At least that's my guess. The singer Taylor Swift, I believe by looking at some things in this episode, Taylor Swift ends up doing a theme song for James Bond. Okay, so somebody wants some proof. Okay, so I'll give a little bit of proof. Taylor Swift's going to do a song for a future James Bond movie. Watching this episode, I got this vibe. It's like so strange. Alright, there's a concept in this episode that deals with speed. Another thing that made me think of Taylor Swift are the horns, the actual horns of the Nimon, the shape. They look like these drumsticks that Taylor Swift did some ads for, Cornetto. Don't ask me why, but this is like the most ridiculous thing. But yeah, I predict Taylor Swift does a song for James Bond.